Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Anime Lately Podcast, your ultimate hub for all things anime and beyond. Whether you're joining us for the first time or you're a returning listener, or if you're welcome to the new channel, as you see, the old channel has become the VOD. But if you're here for the new one, we're thrilled to have you on board for another exciting dive into the world of animation and pop culture discussion. This is episode 155 of the Anime Podcast. Brace yourself for a character debate, side conversation, and a dash of chaos and a hatred from Jokester. Let's see what he adds to the new list of hates. All crammed in a 2-hour venture or less. Finally, we've been away since October 24th. We're here to discuss with a bang and constantly bringing the Weebs Lounge with the Venom 3 discussion. From Paul himself, Vash will be discussing about the worst film he saw in the world and discussing one otaku news, and we bring it back our animation spotlight. And as you know, it's Halloween as the release of this episode, our main topic. So happy Halloween, and what are you doing today? Let us know down in the comment section down below. And without further ado, engage with us, share this episode, bring your friends, and let us make this morning unforgettable, all powered by AniMa W3 Studio. Moving forward, this is a pre-recorded episode, and catch every new episode every Thursday mornings on YouTube, and for the audio feed, maybe Wednesdays, haven't decided, but those will be stay tuned and updated announcement. As your host, the love and peace Vash, it's spooky season and time to eat the coochie.
Man, I don't know why he's talking about eating coochie, but your world champion Whawkins is here, bringing you guys some maximum effort. Trying to. I'm sorry. He got me with that eating coochie line. Like, I know this is Walkpool here, trying to keep things calm, cool, collected, but dang it, Vash, why? Why you got to talk about eating some pie?
Hey, you know, sometimes where you're in the Sims world, you gotta have kids, and this is what you gotta do to make the kids. As you know, I'm dressed up the best I can as the Black Swordsman, our dual wield. I don't got real swords. Yes, as you see on the screen. If you're not listening to the audio, you listen to the video. My boy got the swords. His umbrellas, a dual wielding umbrellas. They're the same exact ones, carbon copy.
Look, you may have two dual-wielding umbrellas, but you're not Walkpool, who's also a Keyblade master. Let me tell you that much right now.
Well, I'm sorry, my Marvel Jesus, but hey, if you gotta capture a princess, where you at, my Mario?
Let the I hit my leg. I hit my fucking leg.
Oh my god! Are you okay?
I was set up for that bit for so fucking long.
Chat, I do want to say for those that are watching, this was not planned. This was a thought that happened and occurred. First and foremost, how you doing? Are you okay?
My knee.
Are you injured?
Knee. Oh shit! I hit my knee on the corner of my desk. Good God! Oh shit! My camera.
Are you bleeding? Are you hurt?
I am fine. Let it go. It's your boy Negario.
For anybody here watching this, be aware that this felt like a Peter Griffin when he fell and hit his knee, and he was like, ah.
Hold on. Hey, listen, I'm laughing. This shit real life hurt, bro.
We need to wait. You shouldn't have the flower power anymore. You just got hurt.
Oh yeah!
You sent him a flower.
You downgraded. You're regular Mario. Birdo got the fireball.
Wow.
Oh dear God.
But hey, as the host and friend, I first gotta ask: do we need to take a pause, or do we continue on the show? I could. As much as I would love to say the show must go on, I first gotta check in and be like, do we need an ambulance for anybody that saw Halloween Havoc? You understand that reference that I saw it, but I'm glad to hear you're good. Welcome to the entrance. How was everybody's weekend? Because as anybody, this is recording on a Sunday, so the video out. Happy Halloween to everyone watching, enjoying the show, enjoy your holiday as you celebrate, party, do your thing out there. But I want to jump in and ask how everybody's weekend is because it's the day of fucking Weebs Lounge, discussing personal updates and the latest media we have consumed. Welcome to the live and media discussion. It's time for our weekly check-in on the highs and lows, along with our latest anime, manga, media we've been enjoying. Pour a virtual cup of drink of your choice, coffee or tequila, up to you, depending whatever you listen. Let's connect on the personal side of our journey and media that's been keeping us, or Fireball, like a boy Pippo, that's been keeping us entertained. So, Whawkins, and Paul, how have we been enjoying our weekend? Any plans for Halloween itself?
Not really. I'm just gonna be chilling really for Halloween. I don't really have a party or anything, which kind of sucks for once, but yeah, I nothing planned here for Halloween.
I'm going to a Halloween party, but I'm gonna have to leave early because I got work the next morning. I hate responsibilities.
But I say that's being a responsible adult. Because I was planning to stream for Halloween. I was gonna ask the team like, hey, let's do some Halloween themed game on twitch.tv/AniMa W3 Studio for anybody that hasn't followed. But I got told by wifey like, hey, babe, got plans? Like, no, haven't made plans. I was gonna ask the team if they want to stream a little game, a little horror content. Then she was like, hey, wait, can we do like a Halloween like type of movie night, little binge? I'm like, sure, I don't mind. I guess, yeah. If that's what you want, I could accommodate you. I haven't booked myself with the team yet. My night is free. But then I ask her, wait, but don't you come out class at 9? Like, yeah, after 9. Oh, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I could still stream earlier than with the team, like good 2 or 3 hours earlier if anything. And then once I'm done, bitch time with wifey. So I don't mind a little Halloween theme, with the wifey Halloween type of vibe. So that'll be a fun type of movies. Curious to see because it's interesting. Me and wifey are not Halloween type of movies like horror, Freddy, Jason, any type of content like that. But we like to watch thriller or like some type of psychological movies in that aspect. But horror, nah. So I'm really curious to see what type of movies she's gonna choose for us to watch in that theme. So that's gonna be very intriguing.
You should watch Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know. That's the first. No. Oh, what you guys should watch. Holy crap. No. Watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I dare you. Do it. Watch the first one.
All right. I will.
Don't worry about the second one because the second one's kind of ass. The first one. Gotta watch the first one, dude. I think it's on Peacock.
I do a Peacock, so I could check that out. I believe I tried to watch Cocaine Bear with her, but for her it was too bloody, like it was too slasher type of vibe.
Cocaine Bear was.
Then don't have her watch Terrifier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh hell no! I won't even watch Terrifier myself. Drop even knows this. I won't even. He posted a GIF, I think, in our Weebs Lounge chat or one of our channels, and he posted that, and I literally was so close to just fucking delete that image because it just kept popping up there, and I'm like, stop looking at me. Stop looking. No, stop looking at me. Like no, get the fuck out. But talking about movies, I do want to say, I'm not sure if there's like a shout out to, but I really want to say to a movie I did watch. That was horribly whack. It's called The Underdogs, and that shit was whack as fucking hell. It's on Amazon Prime for anybody that do plans to see it. Look. If you are gonna see this film, it's by Snoop Dogg. It's on Amazon Prime, and it has a 41 on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 5.6 on IMDb out of 10. If Crash was here, he would call that mid or he would call that trash with that rating. He would say, oh, that's trash. Or like, yes, I agree. This movie started off right, started off funny. One of the intros of how every movie starts, that if it's over age or like rated R, it will say, please, viewers, please be advised, that nobody underage should watch this. But I love how in that same text, right under another text pop up saying, hey, if you are watching this type of movies, damn well kids always watch this no matter what and will ignore it. So I'm like, that's very true. That's very adult. Teens will always do that. But that movie was funny for like 5-10 minutes. This movie is only an hour and 35 minutes, and I only saw about 45 minutes in, fell asleep, and I was high on the greens, and it still didn't help. This movie, it felt like a movie that was trying to be like Stump the Yard, any type of the basic paint by numbers of the football player. Made a bad reputation of himself. Now he needs to rebuild that same reputation, do what he needs to do, and look good. And right now he needs to make a little league of a football team actually be good. But the way the movie was going for it, it's just he kept cursing every line in front of these kids. The actress and actors were just staying quiet around Snoop while he was talking, and like no body language. It just felt very off for me. It was something that I was kind of excited to see because I like Snoop. I really enjoy his content as Snoop Dogg, and he's a funny man outside. But for him to be a lead role in a film and very rated R, it felt like this project really fell off for me. So I was very disappointed.
All right. It sounds like one of those movies that would come on Comedy Central at like 2 in the afternoon and be heavily censored.
Yeah,
with the silent censoring and all that, or like the tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday through Friday
They
playing kind of
curse
shit.
so much. I feel like Snoop cursed more than Deadpool.
That's funny.
And it wasn't even funny. It was just like, also Snoop was doing a podcast. It was also weird that for him to regain his popularity or have a better image, he was trying to do podcasting, and it didn't help. It's like, no shit. Like Stump the Yard, other films in that type of rebuilding the character, it has to make them good in the sport, was much better. This one, Snoop failed, and I was very disappointed in that aspect, and I wish it could have been better.
No.
that's valid. When I think, because I haven't seen the Underdogs, but I can just think of another Snoop Dogg movie that I enjoyed as a kid. I did, but I don't think I could go back and watch it now. Mac and Dev Go to High School. For some reason, this nigga Snoop Dogg is a super senior, old as hell, still in high school somehow. Selling weed on campus, flirting with teachers, yada yada yada. For some reason, he's still in damn high school. And he ends up having to do like a fucking science project for renewable energy with Wiz Khalifa's character Mac.
Okay.
And he basically introduces Mac into weed, and hijinks ensue. He basically takes this dude into a happy ending shop, which is crazy.
Well, damn.
No, that's dead ass the scene.
That's funny. Oh shit.
So yeah, it was it was a movie. I enjoy the fuck out of it. I still think it's dumb funny. There's a CGI blunt that comes up through most of the movie just to narrate what's going on.
Okay, so I have seen this movie before.
Funny.
I remember that thing. Going around. Like,
Yeah, because
right.
the only Snoop Dogg movie that I enjoyed in the recent years is the one with him with Fox, with Jamie Foxx, is The Shaft. That one came out in 2022. That one, Snoop Dogg was good.
Oh shit, I forgot that happened.
So that's the one that came out 2 years ago. So that one was actually good. I like him when he did the voiceover for Turbo. Turbo was good. He's a voiceover of one of the side characters. That was
Never
good.
saw that.
I do enjoy Turbo. If you want to see a fusion of cars and Speed Racer in an animated format instead of snails, that's your movie of Turbo. That's literally a wild example comparison, but yes. But The Shaft is one of the best ones I've seen of Snoop over the years, and other than that, he's been great in his moments with the wrestling events and the parts he's been part of with WWE. But when it comes to this movie, Underdogs, Snoop, I'm sorry, but you failed on this one. Hope to see you in the next one. And you wasn't that bad one. It's just that you cursed too much for your role, and I feel like it was too not needed. Like you was playing too much of your character of Snoop Dogg, not really the character that you're playing portrayed on screen.
The very rare instance, ladies and gentlemen, where Vash says he did not like something.
That is very true. That's very rare for Vash to be very honest and say that it was a piece of shit. And I was the only one. My wife didn't like it either, and she's very optimistic on about a lot of content too. So Snoop Dogg, and when you have a football player that is this aggressive of a character called his character was called Jason Jennings, and I don't know if that's portrayed to a real character or to a real football player in real life, but the character of Snoop just was cursing so much. I'm like, this doesn't make it believable. I've never met a football player, basketball player curse this much, and also in front of kids. Like, I don't know. And
Wow.
George Lopez was there too, which George Lopez was there for only, like, yeah, George Lopez was there.
Why was George Lopez in that?
Because he was the coach of the childhood version of Snoop Dogg's character.
Oh.
And he's still the same coach in the same high school that he was for the character of Snoop Dogg. So when Snoop Dogg had his ideology being lost in Question Life, somehow he went back to his high school and spoke to George Lopez's character.
Huh.
Yeah.
Neat.
So epic fail for me. Could have been a lot better. But other than that, I know I'm not the only one that saw a movie this weekend. I know mine was bad and trash. I know a lot of people say this movie was bad, or the trilogy, or some of these movies were bad. But how was it? Venom 3. You saw this today. How was it? Was it as bad as everyone say out to be? And how was the Venom horse? Did he actually kill that horse?
All right. So I will say a few things. One, I think you niggas are lunching about this movie, daggit. It is not as bad as Venom 2. I ain't even watched Venom 2 fully, but it is not as bad as Venom 2. It's honestly wasn't bad at all to me. It was mad fun. It was a fun ass movie. There were some scenes that I'm like, why was that there? Why was this person here? Did that need to happen? But honestly, that's in most movies to me, especially Sony. But like the action, amazing. The CGI, amazing.
Oh, really nice.
The acting, a bit awkward, but I think the awkward silences are intentional and are kind of funny sometimes.
Are the awkward moments with Tom Hardy? Because I've seen the first one. I have not seen the second one of Let There Be Carnage. I heard it had also, like, I enjoyed the first one. As many people could say it was bad or not. The first one was enjoyable. Tom Hardy is what kept you in there. The first one had the most useless, pointless type of 40 minutes in a prologue in the movie, but the rest was enjoyable. So I enjoy the first Venom. The Let There Be Carnage, I just never got around to it, even though I'm a big Spider-Man fan and a Venom fan. But for this version of the Sony universe, I'm just not interested, so I just never went to see it. Venom 3 from the trailers looked fun, but my question was, did they actually have No on there, and was he good? Spoilers for anybody that cares, because I do want to ask. So if anybody doesn't want to see
Whawkins,
or hear,
do you care?
I do not care.
I know.
Actually, because
All right, cool.
that's the thing. I didn't see Venom 2 either. One day I will, and one day I will see Venom 3. But as of now, bring it on.
All right. So to anybody who does care and they haven't seen Venom yet, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you remember how at the end of Avengers, where Thanos showed up and he was just there and he was blue for some reason, he was like,
you telling me this dude came for 2 minutes? He literally appeared.
Not like that. Not like that. So he was actually the first thing you see in the movie.
Oh.
It shows him, he's giving this monologue, talking about how he was betrayed by the symbiotes. And he's sending this fucking Xeno. It's called Xena something. I keep wanting to call it a Xenomorph, but no. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's fucking terrifying. It turned the nigga into blood mist. So yeah. So Noel shows up a few times throughout the movie, one being referenced to as the darkness and what will destroy all. And then he's also, sending out these Xeno whatever the fucks to capture Venom because Venom is something like a conduit, or I forgot what they call it. It starts with a C. It happens when the host and the symbiote die together, and when they come back together, they have this thing that essentially will allow Noel to pop out of his prison that the symbiotes put him in. So he pops in a few times, sending more, giving a monologue, and at the end he is like, I will have my revenge, you will all die by my hand, everything will be consumed in dark. So he didn't have like much of a role, but they set it up for you to know he's about to be back with a vengeance.
So we might get Venom 4, or we might see him in Avengers.
I'm most
or Spider-Man,
thinking,
or Spider-Man 5, most likely.
I'm most likely thinking it'll be a new Avengers thing, or not new Avengers, like, you know, the young ones with Amadeus or whoever the fuck is on that, but like just a new Avengers in general. Because the thing is, with the Null event in the comics, that was everybody was involved.
Oh hell
shit.
Yeah!
Like,
No in the comics is
was in that
I
bitch.
think No in the comics is almost omnipotent of powerful, like even strong as Thanos or even strong as Galactus type of shit. Like No has his own planet or his own type of dimension. I don't know too much about him in the comics. I know bits and pieces of the symbiotes, but those have been more new storylines for the past 10, 12, 15 years, and I haven't read much of those, but I'm aware of them. So it's great to see Nose there, but
I know it doesn't speak much on power, but they detail the fact that he is older than the universe.
Yeah, makes sense. That's always been said on.
I never understand when comics say that shit. That shit does not make no fucking sense. How are you older than the universe? But
from my understanding, when they say that older than the universe is older than Earth itself, like right before the Big Bang, because our universe is part of one galaxy, and then I assume that they have their own type of dimension. So that's my understanding when they say that.
Okay, then that does make sense. So Noel shows up. He's just his threatening self. He looks like a gremlin. When they showed that nigga's teeth, I was like, I'm excited to see more of him. I know he's about to. So, either one of y'all play Elden Ring?
Have seen clips. Haven't played it. Have seen clips though.
Have you played it, Whawkins?
A little bit, yeah, but I've also seen like a lot of gameplay from it.
Okay. Before you reach the final boss, where it's like this big ass tentacle jelly bean thing, it's like this skinny ass long haired nigga.
What was the name of it?
I don't remember. I haven't played Elder. Nigga, I don't play Dark Souls games. I'm a bitch.
Because I'm just searching up Elden Ring, the final boss, the skinny looking guy.
Hey, I found people with weirder descriptions on Google.
Oh yeah, long red hair, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Melania chick or whatever?
No, not Melania. Not Melania.
Okay. All right.
His name is Radagon.
There you go.
Or
that ass.
He basically reminds me of him.
I can see it. Okay. I can see it.
I gotcha.
He does look creepy. He does. I'm not sure if he has a stomach or chest, because I see some type of golden lights inside his chest. It's hard to tell. I don't know what I'm looking at from the character, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you get to see those when he goes into celestial jelly bean tentacle mode. But yeah, so overall, I think my enjoyment is still on a 9 of that movie.
Wow, really? That's good.
Like I said, there were some scenes, and this is just like personal enjoyment. If I was to give it a score thinking critically about it, probably a 7.5.
Hey, I feel like
that's still not that bad at all.
Crash would call mid because I don't understand that nigga's judging. I'm sorry. Hey, Crash, love you to pieces. You're weird. But yeah, 7.5 I think is good.
See, a 7 to me is something that I would rewatch. Like I would put that on and be
Same.
like, you know what, fine, I'll rewatch that. You know,
I'm never
like the 6 territory. That's like. I have to be in the mood for that. Like, you start putting it all.
I'm never rewatching the Underdogs, but Venom 3, like maybe I will rewatch. I will rewatch Venom 1, but skip like the first 45 minutes. So like I get that response.
But when I tell you, when it gets to the crux
climax
of the film, when Christmas gets the Lasher symbiote, whoa! Ooh. Bro.
Goody.
So there's this there's a part of the movie takes place in a lab under Area 51. It has a secret agent army nigga who's basically just the American of the group. Let's solve everything by killing it type beat. You know how America is in alien stories. You have a doctor who's way too obsessed with her job. Basically almost sacrificing her life for her job.
Is there
and then
is there a white general? Is there like a white general?
Funny thing, the only white general we see comes in at the end to basically tell Eddie to shut the fuck up about this situation.
I'm about to say, because there's usually always a white general that comes like, we have to do this, or we have to see the plan. Like, there's always a white general that always comes, or a black general. It's one or the other.
The black guy in this one. So there, the doctor who is obsessed with her job has an assistant. I think her name is like Sydney or something Christmas, right?
Sydney.
And she has a Christmas tree brooch on her chest. Fine as fuck. I fold instantly. Fresh laundry. Notebook. I'm folding. But so she ends up saving Eddie by grabbing the Venom symbiote out of custody because she knew they were gonna kill Eddie.
Oh.
Okay.
So she wore first of all, when she wore the original symbiote and it went over her body, I'm just like, God. And then she got the green symbiote, the Lasher symbiote, and it went and like it was all just green at first until it went over her Christmas brooch, which green and red. And then you saw them red vines pop up in it. Nigga, that shit was so. And she was on 10 the entire fight. The entire fight, all straight action, bro.
Nice.
The final fight between the symbiotes and the Xeno niggas, elite. It's so fire.
I want to recommend to anybody that has not seen, watch Spider-Man Unlimited, the cartoon. I think it's like less than one season, like 20 episodes. Please go watch it. It's also referenced the symbiotes, Carnage, Venom. By the way, the voice actors for Carnage scared me as a kid because he was on the villain shit back then. Like, Carnage was an asshole always. Like, that's the name of it. So I want to give the big shout out because those name of the symbiotes I heard from Paul this has to be recommended. Anybody have not seen a classic cartoon, watch Spider-Man Unlimited. But Whawkins, you was gonna say something.
Question. The climax of the movie, this final fight, I need to ask, because this is a pet peeve of mine when it comes to some of these comic book movies. Does the climax final fight, does it take place at night or a dark area?
It is night in Area 51.
Hey, that's how
nighttime in Area 51.
That's how they save money on their CG.
Can you at least see the?
Yes, actually, no, yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm being so serious.
That was going to be the next question.
It was well lit.
That's all I need to know because I am tired of these comic book movies. Because like Shazam 2 fucking did this. Wonder Woman.
I'm about to say Wonder Woman did it too. Like, the first Venom too. The first Venom did as well. When they fought
the first Venom.
Yeah, the first Venom when they found the spaceship, it was completely dark.
Yeah,
and you could tell a couple things were off, but it's dark time, so you kind of let it. It's dark time, you can't see, but it's very obvious.
Yeah. So the thing about it is, when I say it's well lit, it's because you can tell every single symbiote's colors.
Okay. Good.
You can tell every single symbiote's colors. You can see the colors of the Xeno niggas that they're fighting. The gunfire and explosions are definitely doing great with lighting, but also they're in Area 51 and they have these big ass towers that are also shining lighting on them. So after a while, everything kind of just becomes engulfed in flames, and it's actually pretty easy to see.
Okay, all right, good, because that's always been a problem of mine with some comic book movies. It's like,
I definitely get it.
We're gonna have our final fight, and it's gonna be nighttime or dark. It's just like, okay, can we?
One of my
night vision, maybe, or
one of my biggest issues was, and I get it may have been a cinematic thing because that's just how Marvel movies did it for a while. But in Civil War, when Bucky and Cap jumped Tony Stark in that fucking scene, I hated that. I get they may have did it for stylistic reasons that we could just mainly see their outlines. I hated that shit.
Nah, I get
so
that.
Fucking much.
I get that. Yeah, so I was trying to do some research because I saw this tweet earlier, and I at least wanted to point it out too. Jokester, it's funny that like you're one of the few people, or I guess few people in like America, I guess, that really like this movie. Because like when you look at the box numbers for the opening weekend and all that, for domestically, how much did it make? It made $51 million in the US opening weekend.
That's actually not bad on an October weekend. That's not bad.
Yeah, but like when you look at the projections at like overseas, like in China and all that, they've already gotten like 124 million.
Oh,
so they've almost got like 3 times as like, so they're making their money back overseas more than America. So that's something to kind of look at too.
For anybody that's unaware, I know this on the top of my head because I was very big on the budgets years ago. Venom first one made on a budget of 120 million. Want to guess how much it made? Almost 1 billion. I think it was 900 million it made. And I think I believe that weekend it came out, a lot of other good movies came out that weekend, but everyone just decided to watch Venom in 2018 a lot more.
Venom.
So like
Rome was talking about how he was gonna hope that they reference that song, because there's at one point where one thing, I love Venom in this movie because he just has ADHD. He's just a child.
He like me for real.
Exactly. And so there was one part where they were intimidating these dudes who did dog fighting and shit. And they were like, "Who are you?" He's holding them all up by tentacles, and Eddie's trying to be, his like his threatening self, saying, "We are." And then Venom, just
oh yeah, those are always funny.
We are Venom, and he's like, "That's not what we practice." Oh, and then they did the "We are Venom" type deal. It was adorable.
The one thing I think I saw a trailer or a teaser is when they kill the people in the cartel or some people that they it's creepy to see Venom murdering people a lot. Yeah, he ate a head, and I wonder how does that taste for Tom Hardy, because they have the same stomach. So I'm like, how do you feel to understand that you're a carnivore?
I feel like he got used to it by now.
But it's so weird to see that because the character of Venom we grew up with.
That's a weird idea.
Like
he got used to
exactly.
Well, actually, if anything, I don't know how it tastes, fresh off the body. But I've heard from weird ass places like Reddit, you fucking weirdos, that human meat apparently tastes like pork.
I heard that too, and I don't want to know more about it.
You know what? I'll take Reddit's word for it. I'm not gonna dive any further than
you
that.
sound like me for real. Also, like Venom Horse does not die. Yeah, Venom Horse did not die. The government found him. Sonic blasted that nigga, and Venom Horse just ran away.
Wow, I love to hear that. Yeah, because I remember in the trailer, Tom Hardy's character was like, "Do you think you could get a Venomized without killing?" Like, "I will try," and it just turned into it. I don't know.
When I tell you that riding scene was so fucking fun, bro. It was so fun.
Look, as a child,
also, the music selection in this movie, amazing.
Love to hear that. Good. Because this horse scene, I'm glad that you say it was amazing, because I don't know how you guys are about moments, even though said movie is bad. For example, Ghost Riders with Nicolas Cage, both of them. Bad films, but are fucking enjoyable no matter what. As a comic book fan, for one of the best moments I remember until this day, even the back of my head, is when we see the original Ghost Rider in the first movie that rides the horse. And the way when the character Nicolas Cage asks him, "How are you going to get there?" And he's like, "I'm on my..." And then he turns into the Ghost Rider, and he turns his horse into the rider. And it just, all the flaming horse body, even though that movie was 20 years ago, 2004. So just to know that movie that long ago had that idea of CG and just that iconic moment of the original Ghost Rider from the comics and the horse and everything look amazing. And then 20 years later, they want to do another horse turning into some type of symbiote instead of a fire. Is a horse, a Venom. That looks fucking amazing.
Also, at the end during the credits, they just showed a bunch of different animals that got taken over by Venom, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Rome loved Venom Penguin, but right after Venom Penguin was Venom Orca, and Venom Orca almost made me shit myself.
That must be a
Venom
beast.
Orca, that's crazy. That's crazy.
By the way, my apologies.
What?
It's not 2004. The original Ghost Rider was 2007, so almost 20 years ago.
Oh my god. Oh, Venom Orca would be sick. Put him in the wild. Come on, Peter. Save that whale. Save that orca. Release him. Do it.
I'm looking at.
Wait, I'm gonna have to look up Venom Penguin. Hold on.
I'm looking
Venom
at
Penguin
Venom
was
Orca,
adorable.
but I'm staring at comic book Venom Orca, which I didn't know that was a thing. So
Yeah.
I'm
They
like,
showed Venom Orca, Venom Elephant, Venom Lion was cool as fuck. Venom Squirrel scared the fuck out of me. Venom Pitbull. They had a bunch of animals. Venom Turtle.
Venom Turtle.
Venom Turtle. That must be
Venom Elephant doesn't sound too bad. That sounds fun.
Hey, but it sounds like you had a good time with this
What?
film, Venom 3. That's the most important part of that. Actually having a good time with said film.
If y'all want to, I can also tell y'all the post-credit scene because it's kind of funny, but I'm gonna tell y'all that after stream. I don't want to put that in the podcast itself.
Copy.
I gotcha.
But any other thoughts about Venom 3? If not, we can hear Whawkins. Anything that you want to mention about any type of content or life update that you want to mention to the audience?
One more thing. They had a dance scene with Venom.
As
and
it
the
should.
funniest fucking line, because it was with the same store owner lady.
Yes.
Fucking Eddie was just like, when did you two have time to practice this? Because they both started doing a synchronized dance to Dancing Queens.
Oh my god, yes.
Wait, Dancing Queen?
I'm
Wow.
gonna have to see this movie. I'm to see this movie even sooner now. So come on, come on to streaming platforms. Hurry up, Venom 3.
Yes.
Also,
So
can't
that's
wait.
all I have to say.
I will say this: can't wait for the audience to see the teaser or trailer of the Deadpool and Wolverine going to Disney Plus. That's all I'm gonna say. I will tell my team after because I forgot to let them know. But can't wait for everyone to check out the promotional campaign for the movie going on Disney Plus soon.
Oh,
yeah.
Can't wait for that one. All right. I mean, I haven't really seen too many new things. I've been trying to beat Persona 3 by the end of the year, so hopefully I can. I should be able to. I'm like near the end of it, and then I got to do the DLC, and then no more Persona for a very long time for me.
You want to play that metaphor game?
I do want to. I'm just gonna wait a little bit on that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want to.
The battle theme is so lit. The battle theme is so
It is. I
lit.
have heard it. It is so good.
I don't. Hey, at the risk of sounding insensitive, I don't know if bro is speaking an actual language, but I will say it like this: that nigga's gibberish sounds fucking amazing. It's so good.
The gibberish, no.
Because I don't understand what bro's saying, but he's saying that shit. Just like he's going crazy in the booth. So for metaphor, whatever the fuck that word is, it's a new Atlas game.
Yeah.
And the battle theme just has a dude going crazy in the background. And it's amazing.
Crazy. It's awesome. See, and that's what I've always loved about Atlas games. Their soundtracks are always
they're amazing.
Awesome.
There was one game of theirs I was gonna play before. I think it's Link Horizon or something of Link Chains. I think it was called.
Was it the one on Switch and Wii U?
Yeah, Switch. It was on the Switch. I'm not sure if it was Wii U, but it came on the Switch. I think it was
it Fire Emblem?
No, not Fire Emblem. It was like a chain game. It has some beautiful animation.
Astral Chain.
Astral Chain. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, I told y'all about that.
yeah.
Bro. Hey, listen. If you ever want to feel like the MC of an anime, play that game. If you want to feel cool as fuck, play that game.
Okay.
Oh my
It is
god,
good. It is good. It is good. Highly
so
recommend.
All right, I will definitely
Highly
play it out
recommend.
then. Since I got screamed about two people to just play it, I will play in the future. When the time comes, when I have the money, I will definitely play it.
Oh man. Other than that, I mean, I've been catching up with some anime. I've been trying to catch up with ReZero because I kind of stopped season 2 when it was airing. So I've been catching up with that so I can watch and check out season 3. I've actually been keeping up with some weekly anime, so that's been kind of cool. Like Bleach has been awesome. Dragon Ball Daima's been pretty good. And if you want to hear us talk about and gush about that, check out last week's episode of the podcast.
I just want to say for episode 3 of Daima, Goku, have some respect to people, my dude. You have a tongue that doesn't know how to hold back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fuck, episode 3 is out. I haven't watched it yet.
Yes, episode 3 dropped this Friday.
Watch it. It's fun as hell. Episode 3 is the most OG Dragon Ball episode that you're going to be watching from this show.
Oh, it was.
At least for right now. Like,
I can't wait.
It's like from the comedy, the writing, the stuff, the new lore we're getting, just like everything around it was so just well done. But I mean, compared to what other people online say, oh, it's boring. Yeah, no, shut up.
Bro got jumped and robbed in one night.
Okay, here's the thing. People do say that about OG Dragon Ball because it was more adventure based.
That's the point of the fucking series in the original. That was the point. It's literally a fucking Saiyan, a Goku, a Superman, a person coming from a different planet, and then adventuring around Dragon Balls that he was with Bulma and Krillin, and I forgot who else he traveled back in the original series. Then he had mixed martial
Journey
arts
to the West.
Thank you.
And it's so freaking good, but no, whatever. But anyways, like if you want to hear us again, Gus about that, check out last week's episode. So episode 3 was fine, but like one thing I have been doing during my commutes to work is I've kind of started getting into audiobooks.
Ooh.
So I've been using like the Spotify feature with it. Now, what sucks about the Spotify version of it is you only get like 15 hours a month for the audiobooks, which sucks. Yeah, it's kind of down, but I'm hoping they do something different with it. So whatever. I've already reached my limit with that, and I gotta wait till they take my money in 2 weeks to hear more. But
that sucks.
I've not only been listening to like the Wukong story through that, I've been getting into the Mushoku Tensei novel series. I watched the anime for it. What?
Really?
Yeah. Like I watched the anime for it, and the anime was pretty good. And like my one friend, so shout out to Eden with this.
A big shout out.
He gushes about this series. Like there's a couple things where I'm kind of off put with it. It's just like,
that's Jabba's reincarnation, right?
Yeah, that's
big good.
There's a few things with Rudy that I'm just like, dude, you're a 34-year-old dude inside of a kid, like with a kid's body, but whatever, just gotta go past that, because like a lot of the character writing and a lot of the moments, even the stuff that they skipped in the anime, are so good, and like,
they are
really.
Yeah, that's what I've heard about the like actual light novels or actual novels from it, is that the actual writing is so much better than what it does in anime. Some of it also definitely makes you look at Rudy even worse.
Yeah. I will say that, like, you do look at Rudy a little differently, but like I try not to take that away, because he's a flawed character, and that's kind of the point of all of this. It's for him to kind of work through those flaws and become a different person and a better person through that. So
that's valid, but that's also like a trait with me when it comes to flawed characters. Is if I can't like your character, I won't be able to like your show. Case in point, not Adventure Time, regular show. I vaguely like Mordecai. Like, it's a very on and off thing on if I enjoy that character or not. but I fucking hate Rigby to the point where I cannot watch that damn show.
I couldn't get into Adventure Time or regular show when I was younger. Hopefully,
I loved Adventure Time.
Hopefully in the future I'll get around to like one other show I couldn't get into with Rick and Morty, but that's
another thing. It took me forever to actually get into Rick and Morty because I couldn't stand Rick because he was just
he's too flawed
asshole, and then I couldn't stand Morty because he a bitch, and so I ended up watching a lot of it because I got a bunch of friends watching it. I didn't have a job at the time. La-di-da-di-da, I want to be like my friends type shit. And that's why, like, once we finished all the seasons that were there so far, sorry, I'm also playing Pokemon Unite, just clicking buttons.
No, you're good.
But once we finished all the seasons that we had so far, I have not returned to it because I'm like, from what I've seen, just from the few clips that I've seen, Rick has gotten worse, which I feel like should not be able to fucking happen.
Yeah, that's the one thing that disappoints me when it comes to series like that. It's like the point of the show is to progress your character. Even if they're stagnant, you're supposed to progress to some trait. So when it comes to the show that Whawkins mentioned that just left my tongue, the character,
Mushoku Tensei.
Yes, Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, Rudy. I've seen season 1. I love season 1. But I agree with him. I had a friend that read the light novel as well and told me that sometimes I've come to understand it and respect that when it comes to adaptation to any type of book, or light novel, or manga, comic, what's being adapted is just the highlights, the service level of the character and what they're doing. The books is always original. The light novel is what explained about Rudy, the good and the bad and the worst or the great. So when it comes to the anime, we're seeing the surface level of what it is from a 34-year-old to be reborn, like actually reborn from birth to being born again and becoming an adult. So like as much as he may be a 1-year-old, that is taking a 35-year mindset, and then a 36, like that is a person that's a mindset of what he was before to what he is now and adding those years. So it might not be great, but at least that we're seeing him become better. And he has flaws, but any type of flawed person in that type of mentality and in that type of situation, you can't really do much when you are understanding those people in their shoes.
Yeah, and that's what's so good about this series, because like even with his flaws and all that stuff, like he actually grows and learns from them. Does he still have his moments? Yeah, he does, and those moments are still a little dude, but like you also gotta kind of put in the mindset too that this is a Japanese series. The main character's Japanese. They have different
ideals,
morals, ideals. Yeah, there's that. So you kind of put that into perspective too. But even still, like me being the way I grew up, I'm just like, and I'm trying not to say some of that stuff, just for obvious reasons. But it's just like, those moments are actually so few and far between in the series. Like I'm only partially into volume 4 of it, but like those moments are so few and far between that it doesn't really take me away from the overall series and the overall like writing of everything, because like that's the other part is like the character writing and the dialogue is so good. Like I can literally just sit there for like, what was it? I think it was like a 40-minute chapter or whatever of them just explaining the history of the world. And I'm somebody that hated history class. I despise history class, and yet they're telling me about like, oh yeah, there used to be 4 worlds over here, and one of them was like the demon world, the dragon world, and just like, oh wait, hold on, I'm intrigued. Wait, what's going on? You're saying there's 6 different languages?
I do love isekai with actual world building.
That's why I love my isekai, even though people make fun of my long title series.
See, the thing is, some of those series don't even be world building, bro. They'll show you one country says this is the world and have that nigga not interact with that world.
And for some reason you're a vending machine.
Yes, but like for example,
I feel like actually, I think they actually did do some world building in the vending machine world, which is crazy.
I'm not seeing it.
Take your word for it.
Exactly, I'll take your word for it. But like for example, one series does an isekai is Aphrodite from the commonplace to world's strongest. I'm watching that season 3, and they are doing world building on each of the races.
Season 3?
Yeah, they're season 3 airing right now, 2 episodes. So I do recommend anybody that does watch it. Agree
I still
with
gotta watch
what
season 2.
season 2 was good. Could have been better, but season 3, I feel like they're kicking up much better. My dude has a fucking spaceship type of plane now. Like, what the fuck? Yes, he has a spaceship in this fucking world. Yes. And it's not
What? You know what? He built a railgun and used it to stick it up a dragon's ass. I believe it.
So when it comes to world building, I really enjoy when the Seekers have a grander world. But it's crazy when they say, "Yeah, we used to have a dragon world, demon world." This have I'm like, "Bitch, what the fuck happened to your world then? For you to be having this and not having no more, so that must mean shit went down."
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's basically what I've been up to. Again, trying to beat a very long JRPG and move on to the next RPG, which will be finishing Thousand Year Door, and then finally getting this new Mario and Luigi saga.
I want to play that so bad. I also do need to go back and play regular Paper Mario.
Yeah, I do need to actually play more of that. I got like partway through it, but when I played it, I was playing it on emulator, and it corrupted on me, so I was not able to finish the game. Oh yeah.
Well, for me, the last thing I would like to mention is that what for anybody that's watching right now, off the bench, if you want to hear my type of seasonal conversation, go check that out, because I'm just watching any type of movies, TV shows, any other type of content. I am talking about it more here on the Anime Podcast, any type of seasonal anime. Since me and Crash watch that a lot more, we have a new special show having a conversation, and it comes out every weekend. So definitely go check that. We're on episode 1 now, so appreciate the support for anybody watching myself and Crash talk about our seasonal show. There's time codes for that as well. And for Anime Podcast, we're here to talk about our conversation. Like one of them is the Otaku Big News and Buzz Central, which is the pulse of our animated podcast. Get ready to dive into the latest buzz, hottest news, and our spread opinions on everything entertainment. Usually, we will have like 3, 5, 6, or 10 news, but for this one, we only have one, and it's the Marvel content about the Blade movie on hold for indefinitely. And that's because I feel like that's a good topic for us to talk about, a good news, because it's going to be like a 5-minute or so conversation, because what the fuck is going on in Marvel that they cannot figure out Blade? They can figure out witches, they can figure out androids, they can figure out gods, internals, but if you really think about it, that internal movie that anybody saw it, that prologue or the credit scene, it became none. Like the credit scene that had the Black Knight for Eternals 2 and for the Blade, those credit scenes are now pointless, because we don't know when we're getting next Eternals or the next content for Black Knight, or we don't know when is Blade coming out now, or if Blade is gonna actually be a member in the Avengers 5 or 6 movie now in the future for sequels. Because now the only Blade that we've actually seen in our Marvel universe is our boy Wesley
Snipes.
Thank you. I forgot his last name. I was about to say
it was gonna be Mahershala Ali, wasn't it?
Yes.
The new one.
Well, he still is attached to it, but now the movie is on hold for indefinitely until who knows when. So just, how do you feel about this, Paul? I'm gonna pass it to you first. How do you feel about this for Blade the movie? Are you upset? Are you a Blade fan?
Give me my vampire. I want my vampire. God damn it! I want it modernized. I love Wesley Snipes, but god damn it, do you know how good of an actor Mahershala Ali is? But this could be gold, but I don't even know why are they delaying it?
They haven't given a reason publicly. From what I did my research on, they haven't publicly said it. They just said that they can't find it. I believe 2 directors have changed and 3 writers have gone on and off. So they've had their issues on who it should be, but it's just very questionable as what the fuck is going on with the Venom. Like, you already did a fucking monster film or black and white film last year on Disney Plus with fucking Frankenstein and the Werewolf by Night. Yeah, I did that, but you can't figure out Blade. You can't figure out that. Wait, what? You hated it?
No, I forgot they did it.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't even speak on about it. But it just sucks to know that Blade is having issues, and knowing that you have a great actor attached to it. Like, it kind of reminds me of The Rock being announced as Black Adam back in 2013, 2014, and then the movie, it didn't come out until like 2021, I believe. So like until 10 years later, Blade name and the attachment got announced in 2019. Just for anybody to be aware.
Yeah. I mean,
so it's been a couple years. So, Whawkins, how do you feel about this? Are you a Blade fan? Are you a fan from the original Spider-Man cartoons where we saw Morbius, we saw Blade teaming up with our boy Spider-Man the cartoon, seeing the Blade original movie of Blade Trinity and all that? Are you a fan?
So my only introduction and knowledge of Blade comes from those 3 movies that came out, which, I mean, the first one was fun. Second one was all right. Third one was
very forgettable.
Whatever. Yeah. But like, I mean, you see the news that comes out and it's really just, it's what you keep hearing about with these movies anymore, like changing directors, writing rooms being ripped apart and all that. Like, it's got to come to a point where they just got to stick with something and do it, because like you guys have been harping on, it should not be that hard to do a vampire movie about a vampire who hunts other vampires. It really shouldn't be that hard, like this is the whole problem with like these big studios and these big corporations being part of all this stuff, because they keep freaking ruining it. They keep being like, oh yeah, we'll just throw Blade in this. Why? Because, oh, it's Blade. You'll fucking go see Blade. Here's the whole movie in the last trailer before you freaking go see the movie. It's just like, I don't want to see the movie now because you just showed me everything. So like, corporations, I know you guys want to make money. I get that. I understand that. But back the fuck up, because you know what happens when you back the fuck up and you let creators create? You get good shit. You get movies like Spider-Verse, where it's just like people love that shit, where it's like freaking like it's innovative. It's freaking like it's good. It's good movies. It's good cinema. It's peak cinema, if you will. But no, we gotta get all the we gotta get our money in.
Talk your shit.
You like Spider-Man, right? Oh, you like Spider-Man. You like Tom Holland? Oh, well, don't you like the original one? Don't you like Andrew Garfield? Oh, Andrew Garfield in this movie? Oh my God, yes. Oh wait, don't you like freaking what's his name? Tobey Maguire? Oh my God, Tobey Maguire. Don't you like freaking William Dafoe as Green Goblin? Oh shit. Oh, like, don't get me wrong, that movie was great. That movie was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's that mentality of like, oh, let's just fucking tug on the dick of nostalgia for all to come. Like, God, just leave it alone. Let it be, because it's not that hard to create something good. Just back the fuck away. Oh.
Great job. For anybody that's not watching the audio or listening, please go check the video version of this. I'm gonna just say that was hilarious. This was not planned. A lot of things in this episode was not planned for our comments.
That wasn't planned for me. I wasn't gonna say much, but nah. Oh my gosh. I know, Sydney. You're trying to sleep right now. You see what these corporations are doing? They're making my girl not be able to get her full 20 hours of sleep.
Dang, that's a long sleep. That's a long nap time. Just being awake for 4 hours. But I agree with what you said. What you speak is facts. Blade, please find out what's going on. I would love to see you on the live action as a younger version, and not to hear Wesley to like, there's only one Blade in this universe, in this world, and it's me. I'm like, boy, I love you, guy, but I need a younger version. I need to see a younger version of you. And I need to see a younger version kick ass in there today. We have Dracula films almost every fucking 3-5 years. If we cannot get a Dracula film, like, just Blade is possible. Dracula's also in our Marvel universe. There's fucking Marvel Jesus in the Marvel universe. There's Santa Claus in our fucking Marvel universe. And you can't give us Blade? Come on. Jeez. But
it's not, it shouldn't be that hard. It really shouldn't be. It really just shouldn't be.
Well, my question is, if we have any more thoughts about this, if not, we're ready to move on to our hand-to-hand combat with our boy Shadow.
Do it like Marvel did.
Do like what Marvel did. For this is our segment for the animation spotlight for Shadow of Sonic X Shadow of Generations beginnings. For anybody that's unaware, this is a prologue to the game that came out this past Thursday of October 25th or Friday, October 25th. Friday, thank you. So this is a prologue for it, and we're a big fan of Sonic and Shadow right here, and we want to give an animation spotlight for a quick conversation since it's a 14-minute prologue. So go check that out on YouTube. It's for free. The game, one of us will be playing it right before the end of the year because we're all big fan of it and we all definitely want to play it. Unless anybody wants to sponsor us or send the game our way, we would love to review it as well. We're greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. But
don't worry about that. But just
yeah, don't worry about the M over there. Don't worry about I'm taking care of it. Don't worry.
I'm just knuckles with a mustache.
Don't worry. Future Vash will take care of this. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's just but hey, there used to be a game I used to play as well. It's called Marvel and Sonic in the Olympics. So hey, that's also a crossover. It works too.
Listen, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games for the Nintendo DS, the ice skating. Nobody could see me in that shit. I used to be elite.
I forgot which ones I was good at on the Wii. But yeah, so we have Sonic X Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings with Shadow and Maria, the prologue, the thoughts. I would like to go first and say I love this prologue as somebody who grew up with playing the games, playing the original game of Shadow with a gun and everything. We spoke about that in the previous episode, but just to see that, and I have so many questions. Maria, my boy Shadow having the most damn PTSD on God, and like this man, he couldn't figure out what was reality, what was real, and us seeing the moon, seeing it half destroyed, like it's like damn, this poor moon always being destroyed in some type of version, and seeing Rouge, which is great. I was telling Paul right before we started recording that I was happy hearing the name Rouge because for anybody, I've heard the name being pronounced Rogue from other people in my life. So whenever I hear the name correctly pronounced Rouge, I'm like, yes, that's the one. Yes, Shadow, I love that.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know who those people were around him. They are wrong.
Oh, they're hella wrong for sure, 100%. But seeing Rouge was amazing. Seeing the comeback between Shadow and whoever he fought, said robot in the flashback, it was amazing. I don't know who the robot.
So if you don't know, that's Emerald, and essentially Emerald is from the Sonic Battle Game Boy game. That's actually really fucking good.
I haven't played that one.
Emerald is such a cute character because he's basically like, think Amazo. Think Amazo, but a Sonic character.
Wait, Amazo from
Justice League.
Justice League Amazo, what?
He's basically like the copy and paste robot from for Sonic.
But I could tell that he gave the hands very well to.
If you saw, he was matching up. Even though, it was a hallucination because of course this is PTSD from fucking Gun. Fuck you, Gun. Basically, he was matching up with Shadow's moves perfectly.
It was, which just shocked me, and also
so good.
It made me happy just to see Shadow give hands because for anybody that's unaware, out of all the Sonic crew, Shadow's the one that gives hands with no hesitation. Like, I don't care about it. It's only the mission. I'm like, really? It's only the mission? Like, that's all you care about? Like, yes, the mission is the priority.
Hey, yo, where's that yellow fox at? Straight bullying that nigga.
I need to smack a yellow fox.
Bro, I don't know if anybody remembers, but from Sonic X, there was a time where I forgot what the fuck Tails was even talking to Shadow about. But he just straight two-piece that nigga, just whop, and laid his ass out. It was so crazy.
I tried to rewatch Sonic X years ago just because I was bored as a binge, but the dub doesn't hold up, but the song still does.
When I tell you the sub, I never watched Sonic in subbed. I didn't even know it came in subbed.
Because the original. The original was subbed back in the East. I didn't know that, but I haven't watched it. Is it good?
Hey, listen, as a dumb American, my sub is 4 kids. But I'm not gonna lie to you. It's so jarring. Because it's like, you expect these, because the thing is about the Sonic cast is pretty much, they're all teenagers. Teenagers to kid. They pretty much got adult fucking voices, and you can tell they're adult voices, but they also fit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like when I say it's really jarring, it's really jarring. But the ones that are supposed to be kids, you can tell they're kids. Like Tails, the little nigga that looks like Waltz, Cheese and Cream. You can tell. Why did I say them backwards? Whatever. You can tell that they were kids,
Right.
or that women who sound kind of like a kid, how most anime do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like, I actually enjoyed the sub when I was watching. I need to finish it.
I will, now that I know that it was actually as good, I would definitely check out the sub, because I tried to watch the dub years ago. It didn't hold up for me, but the song was still great. Sonic, run faster, run, you gotta go fast, And it's just dope to see that. Also, talking about going fast, my boy Shadow gliding around is hilarious, because when people also always say that he's fast and he runs, I'm like, no, he doesn't run, he glides. He just glides like the most smoothest ass
He's
motherfucker.
literally on skates.
Yeah, he's literally on skates.
Yeah.
And two, this man, when he was going fast against this robot, this man had the fucking speed force for some reason, because this man was like electrifying on his body. Like, you literally saw electric on him. And I'm like,
Well,
when did he become the speed force?
So the thing is, I think that's chaos control, because that's actually a mechanic within the new game. But
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
so when it comes to Shadow, he's not as fast as Sonic.
Yeah.
And to all you that try to argue that he is, no, he ain't.
He
You're
ain't.
wrong. He's not as fast as Sonic, but the skates actually make up for that.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to point out, is because the way he was sliding, with this, it low-key reminded me of how Bitchra Miller ran as the Flash, but somehow less goofy. Because that, like, I fucking hated this floppy ass. If he did it more like how Shadow was skating, it would be more believable. But him doing, or them doing,
Yeah.
I hated it.
I love how Rose said, yes, Shadow, I'll help you. If you need it, I got you. Just ask for help.
Sonic
And the show's like, nah, I'm gonna still do. I gotta like, hey, look, I'll help you get your spaceship. Can you just come to Sonic, birthday party? I love how Rose is like, hey,
I love that shit. I love that shit in Sonic. It's just like, oh yeah, I'll help you, blow up this country. But first, you gotta come to Cream's bar mitzvah. I mean, you gotcha. Come on.
It's the fact that they're all friends. Like, Shadow,
exactly.
of course, is the one. Shadow
he's
is
the lone wolf. He's literally the lone wolf that, like, he's literally
He's the Vegeta. He's literally the Vegeta of the group.
He is literally the Vegeta.
If Vegeta didn't have Bulma, he would be a loner.
Yes.
He's the
Like,
person
yes.
in the meme when you're at a party. He's the person in the corner that be talking to himself. That be talking to himself. That's literally the person in the
I
party.
don't
Be
know
like,
how strong I am.
exactly that one, that meme.
Also, I gotta bring this up because this has been a meme for months now. The Shadow loves Latinas meme is so good, and I feel like in canon, Rouge is the reason that meme exists.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
I've seen those hips. I've seen those hips of Rouge.
Those hips don't lie. Those hips don't lie. Have they ever been a couple or thing in the past?
No. Rouge usually flirts with Knuckles.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know that. She usually first, but I know that she always plays like nonchalant with Shadow in most storylines.
Yeah,
But that's why I
they've
asked.
always been a team.
That's just Rouge.
Yeah, they've always been a team, but if anything, she's like a sister to Shadow.
Yeah.
Copy.
I remember there was that time that Shadow was being shipped with Amy because Amy mistook her. Which I still don't know how you mistake the person you in love with for a nigga that's a whole different fur color. No, matter of fact, this is like a 20-year-old rant. To Sonic Adventure 2 and all this other bullshit.
Oh no.
Blue, black, blue, black. This ain't even like the Spider-Man 2099 situation with the obviously blue fucking suit. But it's supposed to be black apparently. No,
Oh, yeah,
one
it
is
is.
fucking royal blue and one is pitch black with red spikes.
But Sonic did it.
What's funny is
How do you mistake the person you love for a different nigga?
it reminds me
Sonic
of the
did it.
meme. It reminds me of the meme. I think it's from the office of the saying, "Are these two pictures identical?" Amy will say,
yeah.
"Yes, they're the same," and people will be like, "One is blue, one is black. How are they the same?" But she says, "Amy, yes, they're the same."
They're both
That's
hedgehogs. Look,
taking me for wrong because we're always together. But me and him look everything different.
Look, Amy just doesn't see color. She's colorblind. You know?
Is she
It-
sight blind? Is she sight blind? Since when the fuck, unless he's super, does Sonic have his spikes upright?
When he sees her, because she's, you know.
That boy be running.
Well, Amy,
Look,
you look like shit today.
the one thing
Oh,
that
Sonic,
got me
you noticed.
question about the world building, going back to the world building aspect about the game of Sonic X and Shadow Generations, is who the fuck is this Abe? He's the commander of Abraham Tower, and he's a commander in the gun. In the flashback, about 50 years ago, we saw that he was something or related into Maria. So that's something, a new character most likely, or game related.
Was he that kid with the
blue, the blue and green eyes.
green and
Yeah,
yellow
sorry.
Two different eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid with the two different eyes, yeah.
Damn, it's crazy thinking, Maria's over 50 years old if she didn't get shot.
Well, I saw some stuff in the game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, because I saw Commander when Roach said something about yeah man, like Shadow, he don't ask for help, and he responded saying that all forces stand down, like I wish he would have come for me for help. We have all these past things, aka Maria in the past. So I wonder what all that mean. And also the bad guy being called Black Doom is like, can we come up with a better name? Like, why do they have to be called Black Doom? And why does
Blame 2004 for that one.
Yeah.
Blame who?
2004. The original Shadow game.
I wish they changed the name then, like be better or revamp the name. Even though I'm looking at the monster cloud thing, it just looks like a Pokemon. It looked like a Pokemon, the horror one. Yeah, it's a dark one. Is
Darkrai?
I think Darkrai, right? He's also like a legendary or like sub-legendary, I think.
Probably Darkrai.
Ghost white thing coming from his head?
Yes.
Yeah.
Darkrai.
Yeah.
Darkrai,
So literally from the image I'm looking at 11:35 time code, I'm literally staring at that, and that literally looks like almost Darkrai for me. Like instead of it's just all like a dark black cloud.
No, I do love the end scene where they show Black Doom, and like you just see his eyes light up, and I'm just like,
oh,
that's so tough. God, it was so tough.
Yeah, it has 3 eyes now instead of 1. When it was in the flashback, we saw one little eye. And we were
starfish.
Yeah, and the starfish, which that starfish literally reminds me of anybody that has read the Superman comic. The same starfish, yeah.
Starro, yeah.
Like literally, I'm like, oh, this is what we're doing again. The starfish, okay, cool. And then literally by the end, I'm like, yep, the thing became an evolved version of like a Megatron type of shit.
Perfect. Perfection. Oh my gosh.
But any other thoughts about this, Sonic X Shadow Generation? Like, are you guys excited to play it when it comes, when you guys have the time, the money, the such reasons? Are you guys excited to play a new game of Sonic and Shadow?
Oh, I'm always excited for Sonic, and especially because the level design looks immaculate. Can't fuck.
Oh yeah, like my one friend, Trevor, he streamed it the other day on his channel.
Oh, nice.
And just like it's just very fluid, and like there's a lot of stuff in the overworld too. So like this kind of takes inspiration from like Sonic Generations. So like
this is basically Sonic Generations.
Yeah.
So it's like instead of like the 2D like white space where all the levels are and all that, it's actually 3D, and there's like almost like a world, and apparently it felt a lot like Frontiers.
Fuck.
When you were walking around there. So that was kind of cool to hear too, but like I don't know, there's a lot of other collectibles, and he said like even though this game is short, like at 3 hours or whatever.
Oh, really?
It
That's
has
short.
a lot of
It's shorter than Forces.
apparently.
Because I beat Forces. Well, actually, you can beat Forces in less than like 2, but me actually, playing with the customization, I beat Forces in like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Wow,
now,
that's quick.
like if you're doing more stuff, I think it will be longer. But I think like the main stuff is just like 3 hours. So it's like okay. That's kind of why I'm holding off on it, because I'm like, okay, I don't know if I can really justify 3 hours of time for like $50 for a game. But like apparently a lot of the charm with this game is the replay value of it. Because apparently like you can go back and like do a lot of shit. So
yeah, it's been a consistent thing since like Heroes and Unleashed, that there are always different routes that you can take to beat these levels, and a lot of them are so good.
Oh, I remember Sonic Unleashed.
Rooftop Rumble forever be one of my favorite stages. Fucking Dragon Road, the daytime stage. And another thing, all you haters out there who hates on the night stages in Sonic Unleashed, it's just God of War, nigga. It's just God of War.
Wow, I really am a fan of Sonic, because I really did play Sonic Unleashed as well as a kid. I remember the werewolf version of this. Wow,
it's my favorite Sonic game.
Wow, I remember this. Oh shit, that has been so long. Damn. So now, because this makes me happy. Because have you ever guys wonder or have this ever happened to you, for any fans, anybody watching, is when you feel like you're a fan of something, but you don't know if it's because you watch as a kid, but then you don't remember too much of it, but you're still a fan because of nostalgia, so you don't question it too much until you find out more about it.
That was literally me with Dragon Ball until high school. I knew I was a fan of Dragon Ball, but like I know I stopped watching it for a very long while. And then when I got back into high school, it's like, holy shit, I still know just about everything I can with Dragon Ball. And like I still remember playing all the games. And then I went and rebought Budokai Tenkaichi 2, because that's the one I played the most too. And I'm like, oh yeah, Dragon Ball is my life other than Pokemon.
See, that's kind of how I am with Bleach in a way, because like growing up, I'm just like, yeah, Naruto this, Naruto that, Naruto. It's just like, yeah, Naruto had like a big thing in my life. Like it was a big like way of me just like processing things and all that other bullshit. But like getting older is realizing like, I was watching Bleach at the same time, and I really liked Bleach. And then, like, when I was rewatching it and re-going through it, like, a couple years ago, I'm like, oh, wait, hold on.
I love Bleach.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more with Bleach. Wait, Bleach was there a lot. Wait, hold on. I was talking to a lot of people about Bleach, more people than Naruto in high school. Wait a minute, hold on. Was Bleach actually the one? Was that the one that was actually, like, my top series? Was I just kidding myself just because of like emotional nostalgia bullshit? And like there are a part of me sometimes when I think about the big three, I'm just like, okay, which one's better? There are some times where it's like, all right, Bleach might actually be the best one. Bleach might actually be the best one out of all of them. It might be. And then like One Piece will do something and it's just like, shit. Oh, One Piece, why'd you do that? Maybe you're the best one. And then Naruto's just like, I'm right here, and I'm like, shut up. I'm like, shut up. Nobody cares about your dumbass son.
Fuck One Piece.
I'm gonna ignore that. I'm
Did
glad.
You hear something?
Yeah, me either. I just totally heard just some flies and crickets going by. When it comes to Sonic, I feel the same way like you guys, because I felt like I'm always a fan of Sonic, but now that the resurgence of Sonic that has been happening over the past couple of 5-6 years with Sonic Prime on Netflix, with the new games that came out, Frontier, and this one, has just made me very happy. And it sucks I haven't been able to touch the games, but the animation of Prime has really been enjoyable. And then to finally see, hearing Paul talk about Sonic Unleashed, those things have been like just made me feel like, oh, it's just a blast from the past. Like I would love to replay Sonic Unleashed. I don't know if it's on PlayStation or if it's remastered on anywhere, but I would really love to play like Sonic Unleashed. That'd be fun. But I would love to play the Sonic game. the Shadow game back from the early one where he had a gun. I would love to replay that one because that one was amazing as well.
Yeah, that one was alright.
I think his screen is blank. I don't read that. I think my eyes are blind right now.
What? Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I don't have contacts for this.
Yeah, try tracking this and editing, brother.
Future Vash, make sure you copy that.
I didn't copy anything, but what I could copy
Well, that's
is
Future Vash's problem.
Yeah, that's Future Vash's problem. But any other last thoughts before we move into our main topic of the show? Before we end our night,
Rouge is Rouge wood.
Understandable, would too. And if only Tails was here was to get his face smacked by Shadow, and that would have made this little prologue a lot better.
That fucking dive kick. Oh god, I can't wait till Sonic 3 comes out, bro. That dive kick is gonna.
I need it.
We're gonna review Sonic 3 for sure when the time comes.
Totally.
We will review a whole episode.
That's gonna be that week's episode.
Definitely. When is Sonic 3? Just to make sure. When is Sonic?
December 20th. Yeah, it's a week before my birthday, so.
Sonic 3 comes out December 20th. So
yeah.
Let me see real quick on our calendar. So that means.
Damn, why do so many people got the same birthday as my grandma?
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. So we can review Sonic 3 on the recording the December 22nd and release that episode December 26th. Perfect. People have a Sonic 3 review that day. Then
Boxing Day.
Yes, Boxing Day. That's in Canada. Wow, I barely hear a lot of people actually knowing that. But we're here for the main topic, Halloween theme. For anybody here watching, we don't have a full Halloween segment or conversation focus. That'll be next year's problem for the team of Anime Podcast to actually have one planned for the week to week for the Halloween month. For this, it's just to have a discussion about what do we like to do for Halloween, our favorite movies, our favorite shows, any tradition. So I would like to first ask the team, what do we have for this Halloween day itself? I know Paul said he's going to be going to party. What do you like to do for Halloween other than party and drink some tequila?
This is vodka, nigga.
Vodka. Hey, both is white.
I don't have many Halloween traditions. Of course, I like dressing up. Like 2 years ago, I bought a purple wig and put a diamond on my head, and I was a discount Raven at my job. Last year, I was Harley Quinn.
I remember
with that wig, and I got a better wig now because I actually made it into an actual cosplay. This year, I'm going as Fire Mario to a party.
Just don't trip and fall.
Shut up. I didn't trip. I hit my desk. But so basically, I don't like horror. I told y'all last year. Actually, this makes a year that I've been a part of the podcast, which is
correct.
Fire.
We've been a year, and we're gonna be a year consistent moving forward.
Yes. So I'm a bitch. I don't do horror. I'm not good with like scary shit at the fuck all. But if there are a few things that I do revisit every single year. One is the Scary Godmother movies that used to come on Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Two is the Billy and Mandy Halloween special.
Yes. Oh, it's good.
Ooh, I love that shit. And then three is the SpongeBob Halloween special. I make sure that I watch those at least once every Halloween season.
Have you watched them yet?
Billy and Mandy, yes. SpongeBob, yes.
Okay.
I haven't.
Good.
I haven't watched the Billy and Mandy. I haven't watched the SpongeBob one. I don't plan to. I'm not a big SpongeBob person, so that's not on my list. But the Scary Godmother, I had that's a tradition. Haven't watched it yet, but now that you reminded me, I would plan to have that on the list, probably to watch it before Thursday, because then after that. We get into the holiday season and me rewatching Home Alone for the 20th, 100th time with wifey. The Home Alone. And all this horror.
Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 4. Home Alone 5.
Grinch. Wait,
it's the fact that you're not saying Home Alone.
Don't go beyond 2. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to
True,
yourself?
but
I can show y'all the scariest movie.
What?
The wallet being empty.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I just kind of made myself sad because I could have sworn I had $1 in this bitch and I don't.
Oh,
Look,
oops.
they're not scary movies. This is a tradition I like to have, and it seems like I like to watch them by myself since my wifey don't like these type of raunchy films. The scary movies, 1, 2, and 3, I like to watch them.
Oh my god,
then
those are so fun.
So if you guys want to have a watch party, we could do that because it seems like my wife don't enjoy this type of films, which is understandable. They're not for everyone, cup of tea. They're very raunchy. They're very very raunchy. I think that's a category for them, and I enjoy these films. The scary movie to make fun of the comedy of the medium of horror and to make them to a spin of comedy jokes. To me, they're enjoyable. Are they star out of 10 films and like are you gonna see Oscar worthy acting? No, they're just weird raunchy scenes. And our girl Cindy, you are extra as hell all the damn time and I love it.
Look,
No,
the
it's
amount of
valid.
times Scary Movie 2 was on Comedy Central.
Oh, so many.
It didn't even have to be Halloween time. It would be a freaking random Wednesday in April that, oh, there's Scary Movie 2 on. Oh, great, cool. Next day, hey, look, Scary Movie 2 is on again. It's just like, wait.
I'm about to say something that'll resonate with the. I'm about to say something that'll resonate with the Black community and anybody that had to grow up with BET. Scary Movie to Comedy Central is what Baby Boy was to BET. You'll understand what I mean.
Clip that.
Oh.
I would
no.
say when it comes to Scary Movie, it was also Scary Movie 2 when this guy declined from getting a head. He said, "I got it myself," and decided to give his own head.
No, I love the dude that's just like, this is my take my strong hand. Take my strong hand. I made all the dinner myself.
The movie long argument between him and wheelchair dude.
Look, I'm gonna be the bigger man and walk away. Walk away. Here, let me give you a round of applause. Oh, I was preparing a standing ovation. Like, oh, dude, shit. Hell yeah. Good movie. Good movie.
As a horror, the only one actually did enjoy a horror. Look, I want to give a big shout out to The Conjuring. I did enjoy The Conjuring. The Conjuring was fun.
Hell no, I'm never watching that shit again in my fucking life.
But you know what fucked me up though? Knowing that The Conjuring was actually based on real life events of what occurred back in Europe in the olden times, or in that ideology. It's like, okay, based on real life events, cool. So then you're telling me that we had some type of demon or creature scaring these people and their families. Okay, this is I'm good. Like I saw The Conjuring, I saw Conjuring 2. I didn't get to see the rest. I would never see in my life The Terrifier. Never in a million years I would never be watching that. I saw the original It as a kid. The original It of our boy Pennywise. I was like, "Hello, Georgie. Wanna come out to the sewers and play with a balloon that I got for you?" Like, no, bitch.
Oh, float down here.
Like, no, bitch. I don't want to fucking go down here with you. So that's a hell no. I never have seen The Shining, but I know the jokes.
Johnny.
Yeah, like the Hey Johnny and him coming out the door. I know of that. I know Whawkins also posted a image from our Weebs of the Ring handle on Twitter when it came to our girl Roxanne and Cora Jade with the outfits.
Oh yeah,
I believe that's also from The Shining, correct?
Yeah, they were replicating the twins.
They're the twins.
So like their gear was like the blue and white checkered pattern of their dresses, where they're just like in the hallway being like, "Play with us forever and ever and ever and ever."
I usually quote that whenever I'm trying to peer pressure somebody into playing a game with me. And it's how I've gotten 2 people to play Pokemon Unite with me so far.
Oh, that sounds
Very
like
nice.
fun. That's a good way to get people in. I don't know if this is considered a scary movie, but the Monster House.
That movie's terrifying, and can't nobody tell me otherwise, bro. And I love that damn movie, but that movie is fucking scary.
Look at that freaking house, dude, and tell me that thing's not terrifying. Nah, fuck that, dude.
If you saw this house,
character design, and tell me that movie ain't terrifying.
If you saw this house, why the fuck would you go in it? They literally chose to go in it.
I dare.
I will never go in it, even if it's across my house. I'm like, no, I'm not going.
Listen, kids are dumb, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
When it comes to horror movie, I know zombies are considered horror. The Train to Busan, that's a horror for me.
I didn't want to see 2 because I saw 2, or I saw a clip of 2, and I'm like, did they turn this shit to Fast and Furious?
Wait, Train to Busan had a 2021.
Look, if we're talking zombie movies, my favorite zombie movie has got to be Shaun of the Dead. That movie is funny as hell to me. Like,
I would love to watch that one.
I actually need to see that one.
We gotta do it to watch party.
Funny.
We gotta do it.
If you like British dry humor, you'll like it because like there's a running gag in it because like he wears this white shirt to work and he always has like a red pen, and so like there's a running gag where somebody's just like, you got some red on you. And it's like, it's so like just dry with the delivery and the line. But like when it comes up, you just look at it, just like, that's funny. Like, it's just really good too. I think at least. So,
I want to watch it because I'm a big fan of Edgar Wright. For anybody that knows, he has did. Yeah. I have not seen the last name, so that's also a horror vibe. But Scott Pilgrim vs. the War he did. Hot Fuzz was really good. Baby Driver was one of my favorite films of him as well. He also is planning to work on Baby Driver 2, but who knows when is that coming out? But I have not seen Shaun of the Dead. I tried to watch a wifey, but she got bored after 20 minutes, so I had to change it. Yeah. But I wish I could get back into it. So if we're gonna do that as a watch party, I would love to because Shaun of the Dead, I've seen the first 25 minutes or so, and I love it. It was so dry of how they said people were not zombies until like they had to find out the hard way. I'm like, bro, I couldn't tell. That. Like, they couldn't tell.
There are 2 zombie properties that I do love and revisit, and one of them is World War Z. I actually
I can't do that one.
I enjoy World War Z, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost shit myself when I saw that motherfucking zombie pyramid. Like when they was just building themselves up to find. Oh my god!
You are crazy to think that I'm gonna watch this film that is are showing zombies that are running like a marathon. I'm not watching that. I'm sorry. This is gonna break my realism to understand that if we ever have a zombie apocalypse, I'd rather get the Walking Dead zombies because they're slow as hell. The fucking zombies from that movie, hell no. I'm gonna be dying in seconds. Like those zombies murder motherfuckers in seconds. Fuck no.
Oh yeah, most deaf. But the second one, and it's actually something I was about to revisit like 2 days ago before a friend distracted me. High School of the Dead.
Yes,
I rewatch that anime damn near every year, sometimes twice a year. It's peak zombie gooner bullshit, and I hate the word gooner so much, but it's basically just peak zombie gooner bullshit, and it's amazing. If you've seen anything from High School of the Dead, 9 times out of 10 you saw that scene with him shooting using a girl's rack as a fucking holster for the gun, and he shot in between girl titties. And it's like, yo, titties don't work like that. Yo, he's just like, fuck your realism, titties.
It's just crazy, the animation. It just literally just show one titty pass, then the gunshot, the other nipple pass, gunshot. I'm like,
just like
in reality,
okay.
It's just like, you got to realize her titties were flopping at Mach speed. That is the sentence that I just said.
Yeah.
It's a sentence that I just
said. Mach speed.
Mach speed titties.
I would say this.
For short.
As a guy that's known to be like an etchy if you have seen the past 155 episodes of the Anime Podcast, I like my titties. I love my etchy and everything. I have not seen this series. I've seen the clip that would.
Really?
I know, very
have you
shocking.
not?
I know, very shocking. I have
Oh
not
my
seen this
God.
series.
Educate yourself tonight,
Bruh.
tomorrow.
And the crazy
Whatever.
part is, I watched this as a kid, and there's one thing that I remember from the dub as a kid. That's a joke that
Mhm.
nobody really should get unless you're an American. Is when they go into the nurse's best friend, because she works for the army as a like professional sniper. So
Yeah.
they went into her house and she had hella fucking guns. And they opened the gun closet and the main character just says, "Who the fuck is this girl? Sarah fucking Palin?" Nigga, how the fuck is anybody supposed to get that joke? And it's like it's so jarring of a joke that I remember it to this day.
That's hilarious. Oh, I
That-
forgot about that.
I would not understand the joke because I don't even understand that reference or have seen the anime in the dub. But I do.
Sarah Palin's a politician, but
And a
but-
Republican.
yeah,
But Half School of the Dead, I would definitely check out of it. Have not seen the anime. Very shocking to see. One I would love to give a shout out to is Resident Evil. Resident Evil is one that I have not seen since like the third or fourth one. But Resident Evil has always been something that I enjoy. The game and the movie both are enjoyable. I'm not sure if there's a TV show, but the games are awesome. They did jump scare the shit out of me. And I've seen a horror game online that I think is Dead Space or some other horror game. There's like a clown, and I'm like, oh, that'd be fun to play. But I'm like, why? Why am I doing that to myself? Like, I'm not gonna play. No, just don't even play that game.
A horror game. Well, a remake that just came out recently was Silent Hill 2. So I mean,
yeah.
that's
Bruh. Y'all know I don't fuck with spiders. And I don't even, I guess it counts as a spider, but there is a fucking pair of legs, or not even a pair, it's two pairs of legs that are sewn together to basically crawl around like a spider. I saw my friend streaming that game and I turned that stream quickly the fuck off.
Damn.
And I guess this would be my first shout out I've given. I have a friend who is a streamer. He is a Capcom creator. Normally teaches Street Fighter, but he has been doing Resident Evil 5 streams. Okami_Sean, really dope creator. If you want to learn Street Fighter, follow him. But he is a Capcom creator, and he has been doing this thing with Resident Evil.
Nice.
Dope.
Okay.
With Resident Evil, I really would love to get back into one day and play the game.
Fuck the 2 remake.
Really was that bad?
No, Nemesis scared the fuck out of me.
Yes. The Cabin in the Woods is fun. I enjoyed that one. I love how they point the joke about how once you split up, the black man always dies first, and I love how they actually said that. Like in the movie, like in most stories, like yeah, usually that happens. Zombieland. Did anybody watch that one?
It's been a very long time.
Yeah. That was really big for a while. Like, because that came out with, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this sentence. That came out when I was in college.
Zombieland came out in 2009.
Oh, why? Oh,
You're not that old.
It still hurts.
That
literally, it feels like yesterday.
When it comes to, I'm about to say anime wise, let me see, what type of anime have I seen?
Another. Since we brought up anime, Zom 100. There's another zombie.
Yeah, I still need to finish that.
I still need to watch that.
Do it.
I watched the first episode really and then never continued. I heard they had an issue with the releasing of stuff.
They did have some production issues. You can kind of tell with the opening because like they didn't have the opening finished until like episode 6 or 7, and even then it was like partially finished, and then they got it finished. And when you see the finished opening for this anime, first of all, it's really good. The song's catchy. Even the ending too is really catchy as well. But like that first episode, first of all, is phenomenal. You know, like it's probably one of the most relatable things I've witnessed because of like the guy being in this very exploitative company, And so like he's just wishing and begging for something to give him a day off of work because he spent like 3 or 4 years in this mundane job getting like pushed around pretty much like a slave almost, which fun fact, he works in producing work and all that. So, hey, fun fact with the entertainment industry. But like, it gets to the point where like the zombie apocalypse happens and literally his first thought is, wow, I have a day off. Wait, I have a day off. And like the way the anime like portrays that with him like running through the streets with like all this color going on, it is fucking awesome. And then like from there, like he meets his best friend, they meet this other girl, they meet another girl, and like they go back to his hometown. It's like it's really good because like it's really grounded in what it is, because like he ends up making a whole list, basically a bucket list of 100 things I want to do before I turn into a zombie.
Oh, so that's what the series is about. I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's bonkers shit too. It's like there's one point where it's just like, oh, experience 0 gravity. Like there's a lot of stuff on this list, and the manga will show the list every now and then, and like things getting crossed off. It's amazing how they get things crossed off the list. Like I'll look up the list later on and show you guys, but like when you see just how they get through some of this stuff, it's kind of crazy. So you kind of have to like suspend your disbelief with that part, but like it's still really good because like there's some horror aspects too, some stuff like even the anime added to kind of tie in with it, because like they're going around the country trying to have fun and all that, but like there are parts like, especially in the anime, they'll like cut to like this host club, for example, battling zombies and all that, and then you just see our main character just zip by and be like, oh hey, see ya, and like inadvertently help them because like the motorcycle they're riding on is making all this noise and shit. Like I don't know, it's a really good series.
That is a detail I've always loved when it came to zombies, and it's zombies being attracted to noise. Like essentially, they don't have their eyes; they're blind. They don't have their senses, but they can hear,
which makes sense.
Yeah, which does make sense, and I love that. Like that has been like fucking popularized. Like when it came to zombies.
Even just the concept of like sound too, because like that's even been incorporated in like other movies. Like what is it, like Stay Quiet or whatever that movie's called? That's
Quiet Place. Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like,
Quiet Place.
Even that, like that. I mean, the concept alone is terrifying. And now there's a game where like there's a setting with like your own microphone
where they hear you. And
like,
I'm sorry, I'm not playing that game.
Yeah,
Fuck
I saw a little bit of the gameplay.
Y'all can add that to my list of things I hate. I fucking hate the Quiet Place because why are y'all fucking y'all are supposed to be quiet. First of all, that had to be terrible fucking sex. But like, why are y'all fucking and having kids when you need to be quiet? Do you not know kids cry for the damnedest of things? If a kid would have hit their knee on a table like how I did at the beginning of this episode, they would have been wailing until now.
Yeah. All would have been dead by now. If that
Not
happened.
to sound heartless, but I would have been like, baby, you're crying, you're dying. I'll be like, damn. Like, I try my best to keep you alive, but you are crying way too much. I would say
The Quiet Place.
The animes that I've seen that's horror compared to any list, what it has in category of their horror, the only 2 I've seen is Ghost Stories. I've only seen 4 episodes of Ghost Stories. I've only seen 4 episodes of Ghost Stories. And yes, I've seen the dub. It's hilarious. Yes, that one line. Imagine if you're running being chased by a black man. Yes.
At least he's not racist.
It was Ghost Stories, and I've only seen season 1. I'm not seeing season 2 because if you count season 2, I've only seen 2 episodes out of 11. And yes, it's a Promised Neverland.
Wait, there's a season 2?
Yes, it does not exist. I just want to mention that.
Season 2?
But for season 1, The Promised Neverland, I gave it an 8.5 out of 12 episodes. Yeah. That was a good horror. The ones that I have on my planning is, I didn't know Akira was a horror. but that's what's considered. Which
That's it's kind of body horror.
Well, yeah.
Probably more suspense too.
Yeah.
So is Akira, Angels of Death, Berserk, Blade, the animation of Blade from Marvel made from Japan. If anybody didn't know, there's a Blade anime. Actually, Chainsaw Man. Have not seen it. Yes, I know. Right, shock. Even though I read the manga. There's a Digimon.
4 episodes.
There's a Digimon Ghost game anime that I didn't know that was considered horror.
Anime?
Yeah. There's a anime called the Digimon Ghost Game, and it has 67 episodes, and one that I'm mad that I have not seen is called Hellsing Ultimate, and the other ones of the spin-off.
Oh, Hellsing.
Yeah, I've not seen that one, which is crazy.
Hellsing's fun as hell.
I be forgetting that Hellsing counts as a horror anime.
How do you not count as a horror? That's literally...
It's just vampires, nigga. I see them everywhere.
We're just used to...
Castlevania. That's like saying Castlevania is a horror anime. I don't even see that as one. I see that as an adventure.
Bro literally murdered a whole town and literally saying the demons
and
going...
they deserved it, damn it.
Oh, look, I was going to mention that as my last one. Castlevania is one of the best ones as horror, thriller, suspense, whatever you want to consider in that category, but it's one of the best ones. Castlevania season 1, 2, and 3 on Netflix. Have not seen Nocturnal, but Nocturnal season 2 comes out in January, so I cannot wait for that one.
I need to watch Nocturnal because that pink haired one.
I would love for us to review it if the time comes and if we have the time for it, because Castlevania, I will give any excuse just to rewatch it and just to make sure that our boy Whawkins also watched Castlevania greatness.
Oh yeah, I do need to watch seasons 2 onward. Cool. But another horror property I'm just gonna mention, despite however you guys might feel about it or how others might feel about it, but I'm just gonna hopefully you guys get it with these next 4 words or sound effects, whatever. But just hear me out. The good old Freddy Fazbear, the good old Five Nights staying at a pizzeria.
Hey, listen, I enjoyed the FNAF movie. I actually enjoyed it. Oh my god,
I love the first one, and we're getting the second one next year. Which
it just got announced. It just got announced last 2-3 years ago.
No, it got. Well, I mean, the movie was announced that it was happening, but like we got a closer release date. I think like a couple weeks ago, where they were just like, December 2025. I'm like, oh. So we have to wait a whole year. Well, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind waiting a whole year for you guys to cook more and all that. But, I'm just excited for it. I pray for the day, and I pray for people's souls the day that they reveal that toy Chica and how she's going to look in the movie. Because I know how you artists can get. I don't know
if my mic is going to be able to pick this up, but...
It did.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna kink shame or anything. This is Walkpool here. But yes. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna just go with my team. Yes. I don't know what I'm saying yes to. I don't know what sign out my life to, but yes.
You shouldn't say yes to this. No, you shouldn't say yes to this.
Save yourself.
Never mind. Then
that have
then I take my yes. I say no.
Yourself.
I say no. I decline then. I want to give an honorable mention
for us
to Jennifer's Body. Anybody that's a fan of our girl Megan Fox. Jennifer's Body was not a good movie. Was not great, but it was enjoyable just to have the horror vibe of the character of Megan Fox and what the movie was.
My friend Sylvie's trying to get me to watch that movie.
It's good for one scene and one scene only. That's all I'm gonna say.
It has its moments.
I will take y'all word for it because I've been ducking Sylvie like the plague on that one.
It involves Megan Fox and the other chick on a bed.
Yep.
Oh, well, you said Megan Fox in a bed there. I'm sold.
You're like, I'm gonna risk my life.
That's it. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all I need.
I've watched it. I've watched it a few times.
I didn't get to finish the film, but I'm gonna mention it now. I saw the original Beetlejuice. The original Beetlejuice. I think it's on Peacock or Max, wherever I saw it. And I didn't get to finish it because it was my wife and her friend was watching it, and I saw them. And I saw like the first 45 minutes, and it's a enjoyable film on Beetlejuice. Anybody have seen it? I have a question for you guys. Have you guys seen the film, like the first original, or know how it goes? All right.
I haven't.
So
it's fun.
This is not really crazy spoilers, but I will say this: that if you had the chance to not die, would you choose to kill a dog that's blocking your way, or would you still avoid of hitting the dog and die?
Wait, what's the question again?
What?
So the question is, the way our main characters that are in the original Beetlejuice that came out in the 1980s, the characters are two MCs. They are going back home and they're going down a one way. Instead, and before going down the street, there was a dog that was walking. So instead of hitting the dog, they hit the side of the barn, and then they went down inside the water and died, and then they became ghosts.
Did these niggas not have brakes?
They decided to twirl and then hit the barn and then went down the water, and then that's how the story or the movie goes. So in my head, once I saw that happen, I'm like, if I knew I was gonna die, I would have just hit the dog. If I had to choose, I'd rather like turn the reversal or some shit. But I'm like, for me to die, knowing that I think they was about to go on vacation as well, or have something like big happen for them, and then they just die just because of a dog. I'm like, that just sucks.
I'm gonna just say,
Sydney,
I love
don't listen to
dogs.
Vash.
I love dogs. I really do. I love my dogs, but the fuck was that?
Yeah,
that's just how it would be.
No lie. You just reminded me of something that happened to me. Like again, back in college, we went to a friend of ours' place, and he lived like an hour away. So we were coming back. It was like late at night, like 2, 3 in the morning, and so I'm half asleep. My one friend's half asleep, and the driver's fine. And we're driving through this town part, and he hits a cat. And like it happened just like how you did with the thump. What was that? And like he stopped in the middle of the road, like nobody else was there, and like he looks in his mirror, and he can still see the cat twitching, and it kind of like woke me and my other friend up, or we're just like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck did you do? What the fuck did you hit? What happened? And he's like, oh shit, man. And he looks at his mirror. He's just like, I gotta finish it off. I can't just let it writhe like that. Puts the car in reverse, goes back over it, and then goes over it again. And I'm sitting there in the back of the car, like fully awake now, like, well, this is a bummer to end the night. What the,
I'm not gonna call your friend a psychopath.
But
jeez, okay, wow.
Oh my God.
Well, damn, okay.
Oh, like I get it, put it out of its misery, but at the same time, oh no,
Like,
no.
Shit, that's yeah, like that's more sad on my way. Like me, I'm like, hey, if I had to choose to be alive and choose the dog, it's like, hey, I'm gonna just slowly, take both or something, or dog even just letting the car go down by letting off the ramp. But like, come on, like you literally are murdering us, dog, but you cannot get arrested. So it was fun seeing Beetlejuice, seeing the understanding of the characters, and also seeing the costume design, the designs back then of how it looked, the CG, the way they film stuff just to avoid budgets, and they film the whole town in a little miniature way. So it was pretty cool, smart, very ingenious. I would like to see the Beetlejuice 2 whenever I can. I would love to watch that one just to see how the story continues, and with Jenna Ortega, because I know she's right now about to film Wednesday season 2, so I'd love to see how that goes as well.
Yeah, And that's the other thing too. Is like this is like 80s Tim Burton as well.
Yeah.
So like you get like some of those batshit crazy designs with it. Which funny thing that I mentioned Tim Burton, and okay. Here's a topic of discussion that I want to bring to you guys. Okay, Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie.
Halloween or Christmas?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Because there are some that would argue it's also a Halloween movie.
It's a Halloween skin with a Halloween film. It's like for example, when you eat the cake, the frosting is Halloween theme, but the inside is fully Christmas motive. The destination is Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I'm hungry. Thanks.
Okay, good. You guys are on the right side of history.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm like,
because again, like some people will bring up, oh yeah, it's a Halloween movie. It's just like, I mean, maybe, but like, no, it's Christmas. But like, you could start watching it on Halloween. That's fine. Because hey, like. That to me, like Halloween's like the start. That is like the appetizer to the whole main like food course that is the holiday season.
Yeah,
you know, that all leads up to the main meal of Christmas, and then you have like your dessert of New Year's and your salad of Thanksgiving and all that. That's a whole other topic for a whole other day. But like, okay, good. Again, you guys are on the right side of history. I'm proud of you.
We're proud for that because I know another person that said, I think Drop was getting his fans to be asking for him to review the Nightmare Before Christmas, but he kept telling his fans that I will review it in Christmas, which would make sense because like it's literally also called the Nightmare Before Christmas, so like Halloween theme, but Christmas movie, so makes sense in that aspect.
It's like I get it and all that, but and I guess another series too. Like if you guys watch this on Disney Channel, Halloween Town. Like that was something I look forward to every single year. I
know what that is.
Oh, please search it right now. Go search up Halloween Town. There's Halloween Town 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you look at the fourth one, I think Luke Evans is in the fourth one.
I think so.
Because I don't know.
Because it's been a hot minute.
Oh shit! I remember this.
Yeah, dude. Like Halloween Town 1 was my shit growing up. Like,
okay, I can't rewatch.
Again, I waited for that every single year.
I can't rewatch 1. I can only rewatch 2 to 5 or 2 to 4, because I feel like if I rewatch
there's a fifth one. What?
Oh, sorry, fourth one. I think it's the fourth one. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, Halloween Town 4. The only reason I can't watch 1 is because I get thrown out by seeing the costume design so outdated, so it throws me off, and plus the acting a bit. So when I watch it, I have to take off my like my production adult brain out and just enjoy the film from what I saw as a kid, which is still good, enjoyable, but I just can't, fully be fascinated by it from knowing the mistakes or things that I see.
Well, see, that's why I just rewatch it. It's just like it's one of those just I will turn my brain off and just live in nostalgia 8-year-old self mode. Being like, tee-hee, look at this going.
And my apologies, it's not Luke Evans, it's Lucas Gabriel. He's the one that plays the adult version of Ethan. So I like that concept in the film Halloween Town. I do recommend it, Paul, if you haven't watched it or if you have seen it as a kid. It's enjoyable films.
It is.
It's been since I was a child.
Yeah.
They're great to look back to. So, when it comes to a Halloween theme, is there anybody you guys want to bring up more about the movies, shows, any traditions you guys want to add? If not, we could just get to the end of our show.
Horror. One of these days, they're going to try to make me play Five Nights at Freddy's. And I'm going to hate every second of it, and I might fight them.
Do it.
No.
Do it. It's fine.
No.
You gotta pay me to play that game, or unless I'm doing it for content.
Hey,
here's the thing.
Even if I'm doing it for content, you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me. You who know.
So about 10 Twitch subscribers.
What am I, cheap? Let me stop.
No, like the first one's fine. first one's fine to play. I had issues with the second one because why are you gonna throw like 5 more animatronics on top of the other ones that I have to take care of? Like, no, that's too much for me.
Listen,
Like,
okay, I
getting out of that.
before we do close out, let me tell y'all a story, right? So this is one before me and Rome were even friends in high school because he used to hate me. That's a fun tidbit. Rome used to hate my guts. It wasn't my fault, mostly. But so it was one day on the bus. We're riding to school. I'm sitting in the front doing what I usually do, and then I hear a bunch of niggas screaming and laughing in the back. I'm wondering what the heck is going on. And me being the nosy nigga that I am, I walk back there and I'm like, oh, yo, what's popping? And I see them, with a laptop open. They all surrounded around this laptop, laughing, giggling, talking, yada, yada, yada. And they say, oh, we playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Me being, what the fuck is Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't pay attention to shit that's scary. I didn't watch anybody like Markiplier or whoever the fuck was making Five Nights at Freddy's content. I didn't know what this was. So they put the laptop in my hands and I'm like, all right, bet. I guess I'll sit down and play this. I'm like, what the fuck do I do? They say you close and open the doors when the robots come. And I'm like, robots? What the fuck? So I start closing the doors and then I'm like, why the fuck is the doors losing battery as they're closed? I don't feel like that's how doors should work.
That's how these doors work.
But so I made it past night 1. Okay, cool. I go to night 2 and I'm like, all right, this is I don't understand what y'all find fun about this or why everybody was laughing. And then I hear footsteps and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like dealing with basically having a fucking anxiety attack because of all these fucking sounds. Next thing you know, this goddamn yellow motherfucking bird gonna pop up and jump scare me. So me being the person I am, if I get scared, I punch. So, as I got scared, I swung with my left arm, which is my weak arm. I swung with my left arm, completely missed the computer screen, came back and slammed the computer down with my right arm, with my right hand. So it was dead ass, just like let me getting the fuck away from that motherfucking thing that scared me. So fuck you.
Great.
That is the one and only time I've ever played FNAF.
That's a good backstory before we end the show.
Yeah.
Why you and Rome were not friends and why you had issues with Five Nights at Freddy and trusting doors.
Why the fuck did they power when they're closed? That's not how doors work. Come on, man.
Those doors. Look, they were preparing you to be a security guard.
Well, I was a child.
It's called foreshadow. It's called foreshadow in storytelling.
Yeah.
It's telling you what's gonna be.
Taught us that. Oda's the godfather.
It told you back as a kid of what you was gonna be 20 years from now. Boom. Fast forward. This is what you're doing. Boom. With that being said, this is our wrapping, our closing thoughts, what we're here to discuss, what it is that we enjoy to discuss about. And this episode was our Halloween episode. This episode was our shadow conversation of the animation spotlight, our Weebs Lounge about Venom 3, the worst movie in the world called Underdogs, and about Whawkins getting back into audio books and what he's been enjoying of him hearing and doing. Any guys you guys want to bring up or anything you guys forgot to mention that you want to do a quick little highlight?
Go check out some of the shows and movies and stuff we talked about because there's a lot of good stuff out there. The stuff that we haven't even mentioned either. Definitely go check those out because they'll give you some entertainment, especially this week as we're entering spooky season. Ooh.
Yes, we're in the last 4 days of the spooky season, so I will be definitely. You know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best to watch High School of the Dead. See, just to see where it goes. I'm gonna probably tune in and see what happens. I don't know what's
just the first episode with the 2 girls. Jokester, you might know which one.
Bitch, let go.
2 girls.
I said, let go. Kicked her down the stairs. It really be your own niggas, bro.
I feel like I've seen that clip actually. I feel like I've seen a
You
clip.
probably have.
He probably dropped her,
You know
right? He
what?
dropped her, right? Like he just pushed her off.
No, she did.
It was two girls running.
They're like, oh,
We're gonna live together. We're gonna make it through this. One of them gets grabbed. Help me. Let go of me.
Get off,
I said, bitch, let go. She dead ass said, I said, bitch, let go, and kicked her.
Okay.
He turns around, there's zombies there.
I will definitely tune that in. For the audience and fans to be aware, just know that this is episode 155. For episode 156, it will be talking about Agatha review. So if you haven't seen episodes 1 through 8, that episode will be releasing on November 7th. So definitely stay tuned for that Agatha review. And then the following will be an Arcane. How we're gonna structure it, we will stay tuned for next time. We haven't fully discussed it. We're gonna review season 1 first before we tackle the arc 1, because they're gonna be dropping 3 episodes each week again from last thing I read. So we might be doing like a season 1 review the following week, and then probably do arc 1, the arc 2 of season 2. So that's the best thing of my assumption in my head how it will be, but we will have a better discussion of where it will be, and we might have a guest for November on for our podcast, so definitely stay tuned for that. Other than that, any last thoughts before we move on to the outro?
Fireball.
Word. Fireball. The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas film, so definitely that's the final answer. Other than that, while Paul screams from his fireball mouth, thank you for joining us tonight and taking the time to listen. And the Anime Podcast is presented by AniMa W3 Studio. Our production team, myself, Whawkins, Rome, Jokester, and special thanks to our producers. Don't forget to follow our social medias on all the handles. Weebs with the ring handle, Anime Podcast, everything under the umbrella of AniMa W3 Studio. Lastly, share the like. Most importantly, give the feedback. Let us know how you guys been enjoying the episode itself. You guys are what makes the show help us succeed and possible. And we're gonna be on audio feed. Stay tuned very soon because I'm trying to work on some behind the scenes stuff. So stay tuned. And on behalf of everyone at the AniMa W3 Studio, we thank you for joining us in the Anime Lady Podcast. See you later. Take care. This podcast was not recorded by a live studio audience. We see you next week with the cheese on pancakes.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Fireball. Sticks and stones may break my bones.